What's going on, guys? Mr. Investor. Welcome to my channel. I'm just going to move myself over here into the top right of the corner. We're going to be talking about BEEM Global, baby. So I was telling guys that BEEM Global may hit $40 per share, and we can see we just hit over that. We touched that also the other day. I was screaming Jinko Solar as well when it hit into the 50s, and here we are at $68 a share. 15% rise today, and I think January is going to hold some craziness for these two stocks. So as you can see, I wanted to mention today that BEEM Global has now announced another contract. So they've now made another sales. They've now made another sale. They've announced another contract, and we're going to be getting into it today. So please hit the like button. Please consider subscribing. I put it all on the line for you guys, and I try and get down and dirty. As you can see, I've got 100 tabs open here at the top of the screen. So the city of Montebello, they want to deploy BEEM Global EV Arc solar charging systems. Let me make myself smaller. They want to deploy that across several terminals across the city. So they've got 100% renewable powered chargers, which is the EV Arc. So BEEM Global, as you know, they've got this EV charging system called the EV Arc 2020. It's a very scalable, fast deployable system. You can scale one of these up. They look a bit like a solar panel kind of tree planted into the ground. You can put them in any parking location. You can put them anywhere. They're off the grids. And you can deploy them within 4 minutes only. So it's super quick. And not only that, but they're the only patented 100% renewable, transportable, off-grid EV charging option on the market. So previous contract that they found was the GSA contract. They've now got this federal government contract. And now another one has just come in. So hear it from the horse's mouth. We've got the city of Montebello, which is going to deploy BEEM Global EV Arc solar charging terminals. And we can see it here, bam, bada, bam. This is the article itself. So the city of Montebello is actually located here. It's I had to look it up because we're from London, bang, bang. I don't know any of these places. So this is Los Angeles. And in East Los Angeles, you've got the city of Montebello here. So imagine this is one city here. I actually found the contract of how much it's gonna they've actually bought from BEEM Global, and here we'll cover it. So a little introduction. There are EV charging stations. They focus on innovation. They've got outdoor media, energy security, and they're now announcing that the city of Montebello will deploy 2 EV Arc solar powered EV charging terminals this week to serve city fleet vehicles and provide an emergency preparedness asset. So these charging stations is what we looked at previously. They're the EV Arcs, and it's going to provide an emergency power panel for first responders. It's off-grid, requires no construction, takes 4 minutes to deploy, and there's no disruption to the city operations. No utility bill, and it's basically going to provide, a secure source of EV charging. I'd just like to add that BEEM Global has been added to the CIBC Atlas Clean Energy Index. So, alongside Green Power Motor, BEEM Global, Aero, and Infrastructure and Energy Alternatives have been added to this index. So, really good news. More people will be able to invest in them passively through the index. So it's really good news. I love this. I can see that BEEM Global has started to be recognized as being one of the innovative kind of front leaders in renewable energy in America. So here's the California state contract. I popped it open and it's going to be very juicy. Before I open that, I'm just going to read through a little bit more of this article, and then I'll show you exactly how much money they spent. And this is just one small part. As we looked at it, East Los Angeles, that city of Montebello is very small. It's a small city, and they've spent a juicy amount of money for a city their size. So the city of Montebello is enhancing its green power resources with the deployment of 200% self-sustaining EV charging terminals. So this is going to serve as a dual purpose as emergency preparedness assets for city staff and operations. So what they're going to first do is they're going to charge the city's electric transit vans and future EVs as Montebello electrifies its fleets. So we're seeing this massive push towards electric vehicles with last mile delivery vehicles. We're also seeing Helion coming through and Tesla with the semi, so with long haul trucking as well, and lots of drones as well. We're seeing that people are creating ways to last mile deliver via drones. So BEEM Global is always innovating, and they've created drone recharging stations that they can deploy and put on top of buildings. So as they're delivering your package and they're out to go and do as they're delivering your package, or when they're out deploying the COVID-19 vaccination, for example, The drone can then charge and land on top of buildings at the charging infrastructure, charge up and then continue on their way. So as we see January coming around the corner, we're going to have loads and loads of this juicy grants coming through and funding. So if Biden keeps to his promise about the amount of trillions he's going to put into clean energy and electrical infrastructure, I think Beam Global are going to be making a little bit of change, baby. So if we take a look here, we're going to look exactly about the contract. They're excited. The mayor said he's excited for the state to start using this state-of-the-art clean technology tech because it's flexible, requires zero infrastructure investment, and no disruption to city operations. So you just put them up and you're ready to go. Okay, so this is the contract I opened up here. And on the right here, you can see the contract pricing worksheet. So if you went to Beam Global, you go to the website, look at the press news, you'll find a link for this. And then when you get into this link, click view. And you'll get this pricing worksheet. As you can see here, I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit because it's a bit small. Yeah, baby. Now we in. Okay, guys. So here, this is the commodity description. So they've got contract for 12 items, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They've got 17 items here. And this first 11 here, you'll be able to see that they've got EV arc systems. So they're ordering like a panel solar system with charge point. And they basically got all these customizable EV arcs for different outputs. And for different places, they're going to put them in the city, depending on what the needs are. When we look at the listing price, they decided to even give them a contract discount, but the price is fluctuating between 60,000 all the way up to 400,000 down here for a fast 50 kilowatt charger. And this is going to be, you know, a modular and expandable 4 EV arc HP stations. This is a juicy amount on the right. It's over $1 million. That's just in one part of the city. So yeah, just based off here, these numbers here, I think it's over $1 million, this one contract. When we're looking at that, we're thinking, what else has Beam got for us? We see that they're innovating. They're always creating stuff. We're looking at Beam in action here. We were also looking at the first, I was watching this earlier. This is the world's first plane that is run strictly on sunshine. So these guys are in it for the long run, as you can see. They're always innovating. They're always creating. They're trying to perfect and protect, obviously, the products that they have. They've got 3 new patents that came out, and this looks like it's going to be a company for the future. What I really like is the way that they're getting government contracts. They're getting grants in as well. And they're also doing deals with little small cities to make them cleaner and greener. So what do you guys think? Make sure you hit me up in the comments below. That's Mr. Investalot. This is just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I think this stock could boom in the future, especially come in January. If that clean energy infrastructure and bill comes in, what does that hold? Oh, we just hit 41, baby. 41. Let's see how Jinko's doing as well. We're nearly at 69, baby. And 69 is a magical number. That's Mr. Investalot. Love you guys, over and out. Please hit the like button and please consider subscribing. I'd love to hear from you guys. Hit me up in the comments. Tell me what your thoughts are. And if you have any more juicy information about Beam Global or Jinko Solar. One love.